It is another great day here with the 757 Sports Connection. Welcome, Rickey. Let's get started. What do you think, Rickey, about the part the media plays in shaping kids and people's attitudes and behaviors? And what do we need to do to improve that?
So good morning, Stan. It's good to be with you again. And yes, it is cold here in Minneapolis, but it's not anything a good warm winter coat can't handle. But to answer your question, we'll jump right into it. I believe that the media plays a major role in shaping people's attitudes. And it does so in a multitude of ways, ranging from what we buy, the people that we admire, and those, quite frankly, that we don't. Our perceptions of political issues like immigration, healthcare, education, to social issues related to race, gender, sex orientation, age, all are but a few examples. So yes, I believe it has had a very positive influence in many respects on people's attitudes, particularly on children, when it's used appropriately. It certainly has allowed people to connect with one another in much easier and comfortable ways and faster ways. A good example is Facebook, obviously, but also the presence of your platform, the 757 Sports Connection, right there locally. Again, let me just say, it can provide us with that quick, instant access to information and the ability to engage our friends. The studies show that using the internet, let me say it this way, children's use of the internet makes them a lot smarter, helps improve their cognitive abilities, like problem-solving skills, reading comprehension, critical thinking skills, and memory. Those are all good things that we see coming out of this new age technology around media and social media in particular. Now let's talk about what the bad news is, and it's this. Social media, the likes of Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, they are all good if used responsibly. But not used responsibly, it can cause a lot of damage. And as we have seen with children, it leads to cyberbullying and cyber abuse by anonymous users online, which can lead sometimes to problems of self-esteem and privacy issues. And think about our society in general. It can also lead to widespread misuse by people who become unhappy for some reason, with circumstances that lead to problems related to self-esteem. Things like depression and, as we've seen, outright violence. I believe it is in part responsible for some of the current poor mental state that the country's in right now. So the other part of the question, I guess, is so what can we do to improve upon that? Well, I think the first thing is in reference to children. We can help ensure kids are navigating safely. How do we do that? We can give them guidance about setting up accounts. We can remind them that every social media platform has privacy settings and show them how to use them. We can make sure they understand how to keep information private and how to report or block things that are not appropriate. And most important, we need to encourage them to be open with us as parents about how they're using the internet on a regular basis. Have discussions with your kids about what they are encountering and what they are learning on social media. Ask about the apps that they use, the websites. Now, we all know that they won't tell you everything, but the point here is you need to engage your kids and talk about it. A couple other points here. Set some boundaries around the subject content that they are allowed to explore. And most important, the amount of time on social media. That's a big concern that we all should have, is how much time they're spending on social media. So that would be the first thing I would say. And the last point would be from a general use standpoint for all of us. I think we need more regulation. We've seen from the likes of the last 4 years and the most recent election how social media is being used in a way that spread disinformation, falsehoods, and hatred and passed it on as news and truths. So I would like to see these major companies, the industry itself, partner with the federal government, the FCC, work together to create some regulation to prevent misuse of the internet. So those are my thoughts on social media. But it's a great tool, and it's one that bring a lot of benefits if we use it appropriately.